It's time to try and save Al. Welcome back to part 24, Death End Request, where today, following on from last part, we've just found out what happened to Al's entire family, essentially, and everyone that was part of her clan. Which, the buggy used an opportunity to unleash any and all sorrow she's ever got, driving her mad in a similar way to how Lily was driven mad by her anger. And so in the same vein as Lily, when you go to fight Al, if you lose to her, you get a special Death End cutscene instead. It's the same with the next one as well, but that won't be for a little while. So here's that Death End cutscene.
I've been a good girl. Why? Why? Ow! Lily, no one's moving. This isn't good. I need to treat them fast, or we'll all die here. Al, calm down. It's me, Sina. Do you recognize me? I don't know.
Sheena, fall back!
Please! Al, it's me! My body. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know! Ow! Ow!
Hey, Al, stop it!
Stop it! Ow! It's me! Don't leave me alone! Ow!
Al!
Everyone is gone. Why? I don't want to be alone.
You're the one that killed them? Ah!
The god of death.
What?
Sequence initializing. Progress at 45%.
The biggest thing I want to draw from that Death End is the very last line Al said. She referred to Arata as God of Death, which is a thing that's been going on throughout the whole game, with voices in Arata's head referring him as such. Death End or not, what? What does Al,
I won't lose.
driven to that point of insanity, what did she know at that point that she doesn't know normally? That I just found very like, huh. I'm curious as to what that was about. But either way, the fight with Al, similar to the fight with Lily, can be ended extremely quickly if you have Celica on your team. Celica can just wipe the floor of Al, probably more so than Lily at this point. But for the sake of having a bit more diversity in the team, I brought Claire in instead. Because I can't have Al in the team because, well, we're fighting Al. In the same vein that I couldn't have Lily in the team when I wanted her to because we were fighting her. But this rule can kind of just apply to every glitch fight we have. If you have Celica available, use her. If you've given any skills or good equipment to her, use her, because she'll just wipe the floor of everything. But you can see there, like, because we don't have Celica, we've actually got to try on this fight. Not too much, because Al's nearly down already. But the main thing, to be honest, is just be wary of Al's speed. Al's high speed and evasion rate will mean that she'll be dodging most attacks and hitting almost every single one of hers, making her more difficult to deal with. Not impossible, but more difficult.
Stop it! You're fighting beyond what you can handle! Your tiny body won't last much longer!
Ow! I'm alone! Why? Why always me? Sheena, what are we to do? What did you do when I lost control? We have no choice but to destroy her buggy. Just do whatever you can not to harm Al.
Jeez, Miss Bossy strikes again! You can count on me! can talk too.
I feed on the sorrow of others. She is doomed! A pitiful child with a mind made of glass. She has it long until she breaks. Her mind belongs to me. Watch as I feast. I will sink my teeth into her body and swallow her organs in one gulp.
Like hell you will!
Why? I never did anything wrong. Mommy and Daddy are always working. I have to be a good little girl. Oh, and I had to walk home alone from school. When I had to wait alone at home or choose what school to attend, I always held it in.
Is she experiencing a memory from the outside?
That's why I chased after idols. No one wants me. I don't want to be alone. I miss them. I miss them. I miss them. Mommy, Daddy.
Ow!
Hearing her cry is tearing me to pieces. We'll save you. We promise. Brace yourself, Buggy.
Oh, I'm about to finish. Give me more.
Yeah, the fight's not quite over yet. We got to defeat Al a second time. I don't think her stats are any different in this second fight. It's just you have to go around 2 and there's different glitch spots or bug spots around. None of them are too threatening. The ones behind her are the ones that are interesting. You see those 2 white crystal ones? They're the invincibility ones. They will half your health. Oh no, that's the main difference with Al in this fight. You can't physically attack her. Because that happens. You try and go for physical attack, she will counter you. So that, but I think her stats are the same. It's just you'll become slightly more limited on what moves you can use. So bring that into consideration as you go. But because we didn't finish her in one turn like last time, we actually get to see what Al's capable of, and she actually uses attacks I haven't taught her yet. So that's the thing. Just because you haven't been putting any skills into Al doesn't mean you're safe. But because she counters physical attacks, Claire becomes kinda useless in this fight. You're gonna see Claire kind of ends up not really being able to do much because she doesn't really have any magic. She only has physical based attacks. Yeah, it's from a gun, but it still counts as physical. It's still a bullet and not a plume of energy. Or at least Soul Spear is an attack that I taught her. So you can see, because of it, Lucille ends up being our main attacking source here. And even then, look at how little damage she's doing in this fight, because she's not. We don't have access to her ultimate, because I immediately just went and got her glitched up in the last fight. And I didn't want to rely on that for all of it. So you can see, like, I'm experimenting with attacks to see if I can get something past Al. And no, it doesn't work. Claire's just not working. What I should have done is swap to Celica. Well, have Celica in the background for Claire so I could swap her out. And then use, I forget what the attack's called. It's not Azure League, because that's physical, so I'd get countered. But she has another one that's more like Cosma something. Like she has like a Cosma Absorbal or things like that. Like the bottom of the command list. Next time I play a Celica, I'll try and remember to highlight them so you know what I mean. But they are magic based, so they would have connected. And with Celica's stupid high stats, it would have made this fight a lot more bearable, and we would have then had 3 people attacking, not 2. Because I think Lily would equally be countered at every single turn on this fight, because all of her attacks are physical based with it being shot from the crossbow. So this is around the point where I'm looking for alternatives, and I was like, oh well, there's an invincibility one there. If I can get that, yeah. And see, now I'm invincible, none of these other glitch spots can hurt me. It still affects the percentage, but these can't hurt me, so I just clear the board. Like so. Because now we've cleared the board, there's no reason to not use an install genre to try and work out another thing. And we did just learn a new one, but it will have its moment to shine later on. This one is probably your best bet to go for right now. The way it works is just getting you through as many green spots as possible. Getting it through the yellow doesn't like punish you, it's just you're not adding anything to the damage bonus you get at the end. But that is, oddly enough to kill it, so it worked out in the end, so thanks Celica.
Give it back. Give me back my sorrow. Listen to me, or else I'll beat you up again. Damn it.
Squish that buggy bastard! Al, you okay?
Al? Al! Success. She's alive.
We did it! But, Al was saying some funny stuff.
Right.
Huh? Al! We were so worried. Sheena! You're awake. Heaven's mercy, what a blessing it is to see you wake. You guys... Al... Oh... That just breaks my heart. I'm not... As I mentioned before, I'm not voicing loud crying, so I'll just take from the scene more than add to it. Why did my parents have to die? Why did they have to leave me alone? Al... It hurts, I know. What happened to them is awful. Our hearts are heavy for you. Sheena, you're crying too. Yeah. Why? Because... Al, Sheena feels the same way you do right now. It's the same. Not just Sheena either. We're all heartbroken for what happened to you, Al. Anguish, annoyance, fun, happiness, life throws a lot at you. We share and experience those pains together. Your sorrow is our sorrow. When you're feeling down, I want you to tell us. If you feel like crying, then bawl your eyes out on us. You have us. Don't ever think for 1 second that you're alone. Okay. I felt so lost. That's right. This must be what sadness feels like. I remember now about what sorrow means, and I remember what happened that night. Huh, do you mean? That night, a group of scary people broke into my home. They hurt Daddy, then Mummy, and the scared people took him away. Mummy hid me under the floorboards. That's the only reason I'm still alive. But how in the world could I have forgotten? Sometimes the heart seals memories away to protect us from the pain of remembering them. Your heart wanted to protect you. Oh, how weird. After pulling my eyes out, I feel a little better now. Sounds like crying did you a world of good. Thank you, Claire. I might not have a mummy or daddy anymore, but I have you guys. Damn straight, you got us. Claire, you're a sweetheart. What? No, I'm not. I'm the Red Peddler, the expert on how to survive in this dog-eat-dog world. One mistake and I'll make you pay. Right you are. By the way, Mr. L, thank you for the necklace. With this, I'll always have my parents close to my heart. It was our pleasure to give it to you, young madam. You had never left our thoughts. My parents aren't the only ones resting here. I promise to end the poaching of my people. An admirable position, young madam. But first you must focus on your own survival for the sake of your parents. I know not how many of your kind survive, so please take care of yourself out there, will you? In any case, it is time for us to take our leave. Wait, I know it's a long shot to ask, but is the terminal really... The terminal was obliterated by that heartless murderer. My apologies. Thank you for informing me. Lucille, do you have any wish to return to our village? The Elder has revoked your exile. No. My wish is to remain with Sheena for the time being. My question is, what became of Mitan? Her body was mangled beyond recognition, so we assembled a beautiful floral bed for her and the other victims. May they rest in peace. Would you like to visit her grave? Let me think about it. Okay, take your time. Is this still your ancestral home? You may return any time you wish. Farewell. The terminal really was destroyed, huh? Afraid so. Which means we got no choice but to collect the remaining terminal stones. Okay, it's this way, I believe. Lucille, guys, wait, can I just say one thing? What is it? When I fell unconscious, I had the weirdest dream. A dream? Yeah. First place in the car selection, wowee! Oh, Hinata Morikubo, you're rooting for that idol again. Are you glued to that TV? TV's my favourite, so good, I can't get enough. The only idol that should be standing front and centre is Komai. I love watching her perform. Hey, I think they're performing at the Tokyo Dome in May. Do you want to go with me? I want 2 tickets. Oh, I already have plans that weekend to go camping with some friends in my dorm, so I don't think I can make it, sorry. Oh. Wait, aren't you going too, Hinata? You should come with us. You're attending a boarding school. Don't you think it's important to make friends with some of your dormitory neighbours? I should, but I don't know. Well, have fun. Oh, wait, is it because you can't afford it? Guess not, huh? Makes sense, since you've been spending all your cash on CDs, acrylic keychains, and pen lights, huh, Nada? I mean, how the hell do you afford that stuff? Oh, is it your parents? Oh, woohoo, lucky girl. Treat me to a carton of strawberry milk at the cafeteria sometime, would ya? Later. Money? I mean, what's wrong with using money that everyone else uses on food, karaoke, and shopping on the things I want? Following my favourite idol makes my heart sparkle. Once you become a super fan like me, then people like Komai recognise you. Whatever. Spring break's around the corner, so I'll head home soon. Hinata Morikubo. That means she's... Al, have you experienced a mysterious dream where someone refers to you by another name? That's right, you too, huh, Lily? Or should I say Yurisa Yamamura? Please don't call me by that name. Every time I think about it, I shiver. That's not that happened in the dream either. Afterwards, Hinata returned to the house where her parents lived while they were in the middle of dinner, and bam! A bunch of strangers were wearing rabbit masks barged in and kidnapped the whole family. Seriously? Man, talk about a hell of a nightmare. I couldn't even imagine. Gee, a kidnapping sounds terrifying. Come to think of it, weren't you abducted in your dream too, Lily? Yes. Hearing both of you echo similar stories makes me question whether or not they're memories from a past life. The fact that you wake up just before your dream self is about to get abducted is troubling too. This is starting to freak me out. Mizunashi, just as you predicted, Alice... Yeah, the evidence in these characters of being played by real people is starting to pile up. Judging from Al's subconscious dream, their abductor is whoever's been behind the rabbit masks. The dream felt as real as can be, though. I'm beginning to think those other dreams were real. I agree with that sentiment. They must be like Enigma, people hidden and working from another place. Yeah, totally. I'm Al, not that Hinata girl. Do you think it's still a good idea for us to refrain from telling them about the real world? Even if they are beginning to gain sight of their former selves, if they have no way to escape their current bodies, they'll just panic. As far as we know, we can't activate the ending engage for the NPCs. At the moment, there's nothing we can do for them. Oh, right. Let's continue to keep an eye on them. Okay. Alright then, so Yurisa, Hinata, whoever you are, let us find those terminal stones. It's Al! It's Lily. I'm only kidding. Lucille, can you lead the way? Okay. Well, that ended rather optimistic despite the circumstances. Back in the real world, Yurisa Yamamura and now we have Hinata Morikubo. Just as I thought, both of these girls were registered as missing. As suspicion has been all but confirmed, the Alice Engine's so-called revolutionary AI was actually being powered by actual human hosts. Even if that were untrue for all the characters, two separate cases involving abduction were smoke in the distance. It's just like you say, maybe Aguri do have their hands dirty with crime behind closed doors. We're talking about one of the world's biggest companies. What could compel them to operate this way? Well, their links to Aphesis suggest that being one of the world's biggest companies was all part of the plan. They dominate the mobile device market. That means their operating system is in the hands of millions of people worldwide, which leads to world domination. Domination through terrorism? Yeah, I think the picture is coming into full focus, but let's forget about that for now. Priority is saving Sheena. Murakata. Okay. Let's go. Time to infiltrate. You still got the ID card that gives us access to the rear entrance, right? Yup, we just gotta open the door, act cool, pretend we're employees, and they'll let us slide on through. If we went with your plan, they'd just splash more water on you. The only way we're getting in is sneaking by. In a stroke of luck, Munakata happened to find just what was needed to infiltrate Aggle. I made the impulsive choice to ask Munakata to accompany me, but it remains to be seen whether or not he'd agree to tag on. But when push came to shove, Munakata dropped some excuse to me, so I gave up convincing him. But, you think we could go tomorrow night? Tonight's a bit soon. I'm not in the right headspace yet. What? If it's a problem, I can just go alone. No, there's no room for failure. We should spend the day making sure we're 100% prepared. I've got a transmitter, a sonar device, and a tranquilizing spray. I've acquired security blueprints for Aggle, giving us eyes on the location of every security camera and every floor in Aggle's offices. In other words, don't worry, our CEO is able to hack into every one of those cameras to replace the feed with dummy footage. Wow, what a genius! The footage will instead be redirected to display the CEO's computer, meaning we can go wherever you go. We can aid you in your progress through the building. It is important that you investigate their development software. Neuralware, housed inside the laboratory, is a supercomputer that powers the Alice engine. That is our mission's primary target. I see. Sounds like we've got a new task on our hands. This does not need to be said, but the mission is highly illegal. I apologize for asking you to risk yourselves like this. Don't worry, I'm already on the most wanted list. This is just payback for framing us. Arata. Oh, and Munakata, are you sure that you want to get involved? Legally speaking, you have no affiliation with us. The moment you participate, you will be implicated in our case. Leave it to me. I mean, we're all in this together. I figure I'm the most qualified guy to infiltrate Ariel since I'm a former employee. Besides, I'm a gentleman after all. I can't let a lady like yourself down. Okay. Sheesh. Hey, don't laugh. Okay, well, I'm gonna take a snooze in the break room so I can charge my charger. Good night, see ya. We will commence our mission tomorrow night at 11 PM. I shall inform the CEO. Rin, what will you do in return? Is he on his international business trip? He warned me that his trip to Arizona could take some time. How badly we could use his help at a time like this. And yeah, totally. I wish I could have met him before. And on that note, Rin leaves the room. I feel like it's a stage play. She was right. Lydia, Sheena, Tokyo and I have never actually met our CEO, Werner Glock. From what we were told, he worked in an overseas office. Thus, our only communication was through morning video calls in our conference room. To his credit, when it came to answering my programming questions, he was fast as lightning, so I never felt distant from him. Hey, Arata, you've got bags under your eyes. Oh, really? Makes sense, since you're always up all night. Before you collapse, why don't you take a nap in the break room? I'll watch over Sheena tonight. You're right, thanks. No need to thank me. I'm worried about Sheena too, you know. Right. Alright, soon put me a Blu-ray of Iron Boat Mugani. Want to binge watch it with me starting on episode 1? Arata's busy. You should get some sleep too. What? Lydia's like, oh, you want to rest? Then why don't we watch stuff? I started to listen to Toko and drag my feet to the break room to lie down. I expected to hear Munakata's snort echoing from the next room as usual, but... Oh, what a surprise. Sleeping here tonight? Oh, yeah, thank you. Use that sleeping bag over there, it's new. Thanks. Huh? Is it raining outside? Yeah, I like the rain. I do too, to be honest. Me too. Nothing like raindrops to put you to sleep. Yeah, I find the sound of rain very relaxing. Alright, you said there were a bunch of people who've gone missing, right? Yes. You see, my sister, she went missing about 6 months ago. What? Well, as far as my sister goes, she ran away from home, so it's different from the Ephesus conspiracy or whatever, but... Losing a family member really sucks, man. It'd be nice if we could bring everyone else back safely home. Right. And that thing that Ephesus people are after, the Iris, was it? Well, that's why they had tried to abduct you, right? Yeah. So, if those guys and Ag are really working together, then shouldn't you go through with this tomorrow? What? I'll infiltrate the office on my own. But I don't think... Listen to me. Contrary to how I look, I'm a huge fan of Tom Cruise's spy movies. Have you ever seen them? Surely you've heard of Mission Successful. No, I haven't, sorry. You're joking. Yes, I can't take you with me. If you haven't consulted the movie of the spy techniques, they just get in my way. Oh. Besides, Sumika doesn't deserve to cry anymore on your behalf. Huh? The night you were rescued from being held captive, everyone had to leave the office because it got too dangerous here, right? She was a nervous wreck when you got abducted. I heard her bubbling in the other room, red face and everything. She screamed out saying she'd never forgive them, and she'd take out the rabbit by herself. She could have heard her screaming your name. Man doesn't ever make a woman cry. Tomorrow, I want you with Rin, giving me orders. I want you to tell me how fly I look when I'm sneaking around. Good night. Good night. I had no idea that Tokiwa cried. Yeah, because she cares about you. God's sake, that's the other relationship I want to see become a thing at some point. He's out like a light. Is he going to be alright in there? It was 11 PM. Munakata was standing with his hands in his pockets outside a Japanese office of Agalenk. The CEO had made good on his promise to hack the security cameras, so you could see Munakata in full view in front of the lobby. For Eggle's security guards, however, they were treated to a surveying of yesterday's camera feed. Heat sensors, heart rate monitors, pen light type, CCD cameras, transmitter mic, jammer. Munakata was dropped off by one of his company cars, sleek but tastefully discreet. Seeing him off decked out in laser spy gear made him look like some kind of action figure. Ha! Don't laugh! But Rin, you really did yourself here. He's fitted with all this technology, but no one else can tell where it's all well hidden. So cool! I'm a little scared. Rin, that is. Can you hear me, Munakata? Yeah, loud and clear. Keep your voice low when you're talking to me, so I know you're addressing me. Talk as you proceed. The CEO just gave us some info. One of the security guards just entered the break room. The lobby's currently clear. Unlock the door and hurry inside. Got it. Seems like our lucky night. It doesn't look like they've got too many security guards scheduled tonight. Let's see how Munakata does then. Currently on the first floor. The floor map says the research laboratories are located in the 20th through the 25th floors. Of course though, they probably wouldn't list what floor they keep their top secret evil technology on. Just as I thought, it looks like they did some shuffling when I was in the departments located after I stopped working here. It's impossible to tell each laboratory is supposed to be testing based on the footage alone. The walls are blank too. Creepy. This company protects its IPs at any cost. Guess I've got no choice but to visit each one. Can't make noise, so I'll take the stairs. Yeah, I know it's a lot of walking, so thank you. We bugged the cameras in both the stairwell and the elevator, so don't worry. Leave it to me. I like this music piece. I could just go da 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 to this music all day. Made it to the 20th floor. Nice work. Once you make it inside the ID card, won't you take a breather? No need. My legs and hip are made of steel, thanks to all those sale calls I've had. Hey Arda, by the way, did you happen to catch how Rin reacted yesterday? Think I got a shot? Huh? You know, the whole not wanting to get that lady down bit. Oh, I wouldn't put my money on it. What's the matter? Come to think of it, when I worked for Aggle's sales department, I went to Enigma on a sales call, and it was love at first sight with Rin. Munakata? It's a thing that she might have actually gotten my hint. If a woman thinks a man's not cold, then it's over. Am I right or am I right, Arta? Sure, and Rin's on the line too, by the way. Actually, we're all on the line. Ah! Yo, I thought this was a private transmission! Munakata? Yes? Your heat sensor is detecting thermal readings on your floor. Please be careful. Okay. Munakata, be careful. Get to cover and try and figure out where they could be. It's probably a security guard. Okay. It wasn't exactly a 4K experience, but Munakata's CCD cameras gave us a POV angle of what he was seeing. Of course, Munakata left his pen light off. The room was totally dim, save for a glimpse of light in the hallway's emergency light. It was there that we saw a black silhouette emerging from the darkness. It was swaying? Slowly, walking towards us. What's that? Arthur, I'm spooked, man. What's the matter? We can't make anything out of the monitor. How does it look on your end? It's short. A short silhouette, but its feet look so small to be an adult's. What? Ooh. You're shitting me, right? It's a girl walking towards me. A girl? Ooh. Oh. There's no way she's okay. A little girl dressed in a ripped white dress walking around here this time of night. This is a death end, so, and here's the main thing. Because this is a scene that happened after a boss fight, similar to the spider one, you have to rematch the boss after the death end, because it's a game over, so you'll have to refight both phases of Al. Which is why I specified save before it. We were all startled by the sudden appearance of some ghostly girl in the hallway, and no one stopped Munakata from chasing after her. I don't know how he did it, but Munakata gave the girl a chase, cornering her at the end of the hallway. Just then, she dashed into a nearby storage room, and when Munakata sprinted after her, his transmission cut off, and we never heard his voice again. So just blindly chasing after whoever it is, presumably got Munakata killed. So don't do that, calm him down. Please use caution, she might not be human. Her shoe... She's wearing adult shoes, man. This is weird. I'm gonna go check up on her. Munakata? I can't just leave her, man. Hey, you, what's the matter? Where did you come from? Munakata came out of hiding into the hallway, and suddenly we had a clear picture of his POV. There was a girl, but her face was obscured. Help. Her eyes were bloodshot, glaring back at us in fear. She lifted her head. Munakata's camera zoomed, stretching her face over the monitor. She looked ragged, like she had been left to starve in a damp cave. Ah! Hey, wait, I'm your friend! The girl let out a sudden shriek and sprinted towards the end of the hallway from which she came. As she turned around, Munakata broke out in exploration and tried chasing her down the hallway. At the end of the hallway, there was a white door. What is this room? Munakata, please calm down for a second. Yeah, sorry, I lost the girl, but I found something else. It's a weird door. I think there's confidential stuff in here, like a door. There's no doorknob, so it won't open without the master key. Huh? It opened? No way. I wonder how important whoever dropped this ID card is. Either way, I'm going inside. Munakata, be careful. You're breaking up now. What's going on? We're being hit by a jammer. This is no good. They might have picked up on our signal. What? Natsu! Munakata! Munakata! Can you hear me? Munakata! You hear me, Arata? Rin? It's not working. Oh well, I'm sure they can see whatever I can see at least. I just hope they're recording all the good stuff. So this room is completely wide. It looks totally empty. Wait, there's some stuff in the back. stack of documents tied tightly. They're placed inside of a hole in the wall. What's this? I'm grabbing a hold of them. Can you see what this is? These are a concept document. The Ludens Project. What the hell? The light shut off. I can't see. Wait, no, there's a black light. Whoa! These equations written in luminescent ink all over the wall. Whoa, what is this? Hope you found what you were looking for. Was it the Ludens Project? What a terrible spy. So did you have a good time? How was it? You got the access key and there weren't many guards. Did you have fun playing spy? What? It was a trap? Exactly, it was a trap. It's so easy tricking you, an enigma I mean. What are you trying to pull? Don't speak to me like we're equals. You have seen for yourself what happens to spies when they capture movies, haven't you? Torture. We're going to inflict pain, the likes of which you cannot fathom. You loser. There won't be anything left for you. Order, Rin! Munakata! No, where is he? Message from Munakata. What does it say? I was able to escape safely. I will return to you shortly. Is it true? Is he going to be okay? I don't know, but we have no choice but to believe him until we see him. If they know we were behind this, then they could track the connection to our transmission. We'll have to cut our feed off for the moment. Rin, this is why I hate myself. Rin. "4 days after we disconnected from Munakata, we received an email from him. Agil is after me and it's gotten too risky. I've decided to move back home. We haven't heard from him since. It'd be great to have some other confirmation that he was safe, but what choice did we have besides believing this email? In the last moments of our transmission, static waves muffled most of his words, except for one phase. The Ludens Project. It was sure that Munakata had reached the core of the Alice Engine's laboratory. If Sheena and the rest of the girls were in there, who was the mysterious girl he encountered? Just what was going on inside of Agil? No matter how many times I pestered Munakata with emails, he never bothered to respond. We have no choice but to move on with our investigation without him. Munakata, wherever you are, I hope you're safe. Damn it. You're the one who told me you couldn't let Rin down." I don't think that was Munakata sent the email. I think it was one of the people who captured him that pretended so they could keep a hold of him and torture him for all they need to. I don't think Munakata is safe and escaped. But on that lovely note, next time on Death End Request, we'll go retrieve that terminal stone and get out of the forest. But until then, you guys take care now.